Now that we have talked a bit about invention, we are going to turn to the second step in the writing process, planning. When we talk about planning in the most general terms, we are usually referring to something like the following. We figure out what task we want to do, we break down the task into a number of steps, and we break down those steps a bit further until we have a clear sense of what we need to do to accomplish our task or goal. So, for example, let's say I want to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's my goal or endpoint. In order to get there, I'm going to need to gather some bread, peanut butter, jelly, a knife, and a plate. These are my broad planning components or categories. For each of these items, I'll need to do a bit more planning if I'm working towards building a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So for bread, I'm going to need to decide what kind, where to get it, how much to take out, where to place it before spreading peanut butter and jelly, and so forth. This seems simple enough, but what does this mean for planning a written task? Really, writing is no different, but we tend to think it is, and so we make planning more complicated or mysterious than it needs to be. If we have completed some inventional techniques, then we have a sense of what we want to accomplish in a writing task or where we want to end up. This is the primary insight or main idea, something we'll talk more about in the next video. Once we have that core idea, we can ask ourselves, what do I need to do in order to get there? What steps do I need to take my reader through? So similar to the peanut butter and jelly example I mentioned, we may end up making a lot of detailed steps. But once we know generally where we want to end up, figuring out all of those smaller steps takes some work, but really is not too difficult or complicated. In the following videos, we'll look at ways to think about those steps and how to break them down into even smaller steps.